Okay, I think we're in. We're in on everybody. Woohoo! All right. So Facebook, if you're having issues, let me know. But it shows we're good on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It looks like we are good. I see Dana in there, so she will let me know if we're having any issues. Facebook, comment, say hey. Let me make sure we are good to go before I get started. All right, we're good on Facebook. Yoo-hoo! All right, it is Friday, y'all. Good morning. We are going to do a Christmas dragon. I haven't done a dragon in a minute. So we are going to make this one Christmas. And it's one of those, if y'all have the younger kids, I'm going to whisper in case they're in the room and you want to get rid of that elf on the shelf. Look, just put an elf coming out. You don't have to worry about elf on the shelf the rest of the season, right? So we can do that one, or we can do the green monster legs. He's got the green eyes, and we are going to use white and red horizontal white stripe. So before we get started, the ribbon sets with the skulls are in and available on my website. It comes with the 8-inch sign and the damask and the ivy for the orange. And then the purple comes with the white and black damask with the elf on the shelf wouldn't survive, right? And the purple glitter ribbon. So those are available on my website, monkeyscreations.com. So you can grab them there. You can also grab the shirt of the day. Whatever life throws at you, duck and let it hit somebody else. That's available on my website as well under shirt of the day. It was more like a chill. That's okay. You're forgiven, Kim. But it is Friday. Everybody get off the couch, get out of bed, get off the chair, put your coffee down. Because it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Dragon Day. Was that good? You're going to do a wreath class? Awesome. 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 So we're going to put these aside. We can vote on which legs we want to put on there. This wreath is also available on my website already under Live 8825. So if you want to claim this wreath, it's on there. I have two available. In the comments, either pick the elf legs or the green legs, so I know which one you want. And I will bring everybody down and we will get started. You did not, Patty. So we are using the Unique in the Creek Oval Board. I am going to play with the wire framed candy canes to see if we can do a wreath similar to this on a wire frame. Stephanie, I'm already over it. So we'll play with that here in the short future. So we are using the Unique in the Creek Oval Board. For the setup, I am using outside to the first set of hole, the first hole, and then using that hole to the middle, and then from the middle to the inside. So we are not doing anything going inside. So outside, middle, inside. Okay. I have not, Rebecca. I may need it later. So that's what we're doing. So there's 20 sets of holes. So we have 20 of the red and then 40 of the white. So we are doing my regular dragon petals on this one. And then just going to add the face and add whichever legs we want to add. All right. So let me get this out of the way and I will show y'all the dragon petals. I'll do one here and one at the end. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, right? All right. So we are doing this petal. We start with a squared piece of mesh. So this one was actually, I think, 10 1/4. One was 10 1/4, one was 10 1/2. So this one is, yeah, this one's 10 1/2 and this one was 10 1/4. So I just squared them, y'all. So definitely check and measure your mesh before you start cutting if you need a true square. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So squared piece of mesh, curl side up, diamond shape. We're going to bring that top to the bottom and I just kind of smash it. Okay. Now we're going to keep our right hand on the right side of the petal. And we're going to bring that left tip to the right tip, fold it completely over, making another triangle. Now we're going to fold it sideways so the long end is to my right, and we're going to bring bottom to the top, just like that. And then we're going to smash it. And what I'm doing is I'm holding the right side down, and right here, I'm pulling out and back. So we're going to kind of create that shoe looking petal. So pulling out and back, and I'm smashing this tip as we go to kind of form it and get it as pointy as a mesh can get. Remember, we are just working with mesh. Just like that. And then we're going to take this, line it up at a line, and I'm going to scrunch it 2 inches up. Grab a band. And just band that end. So there is our first dragon petal. Now we're going to make that inside petal. So same thing, squared piece of mesh, curved side up, diamond shape, bringing top to the bottom, smashing it. Now we're going to bring that right tip about 1 inch past this bottom tip. So we're just going to overlap it about 1 inch, just like that. And I'm going to smash the mesh, especially paying attention to that tip, because this is the tip that we want, again, as pointy as we can get a piece of mesh. We're going to bring this just past, kind of crisscrossing these. So just like that, paying attention to our tip and just smash it as flat as you can get it. And then we're just going to take another band, and right here where they kind of crisscross, I'm just going to gather that and band it. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to hold where we gathered that and pull on that tip and just kind of elongate it. So there are your 2 dragon petals that we're using. You're going to need 20 of your middle petal and 40 of your outside petal, because it's going to be inside petal and petal. Okay. All right. Y'all ready to get started? Hey, Johnny boy. Love ya. All right, for the face, I use 30mm eyes, and I just E6000 and hot glued them onto a piece of felt and then glued that onto my mask. Okay, so let's put that aside. Get our board back up here. So it doesn't matter where you start. We'll just start up here at the top. So we're going to put in our middle piece first. Just like that. For the shirts, y'all, just put in the comments what color and what size. So if you're small to extra large, click that tab and then put in the comments your color. Okay, Susan, does that make sense? I thought she put that in the description. So just put size and color. I don't have the eyes in stock. I do not. But I do have them in my TikTok shop. The link. So, all right. So that's what we have. That's what we're going for. So we're just going to keep going. When I get to about right here, I will make those petals again if you missed it. So don't worry. I will do it again. Oh, I put that one in upside down. I usually put the folded part, and I'll show you. Let me get this out of here. The folded part, where you can see that fold, I usually put that face down. It doesn't matter whatever you want to do, whether you want fold up or fold down, but I usually do mine down. Do over. So once you get all this prep done, it gets put together pretty quickly. What are you trying to buy, Cindy? Are you trying to buy the t-shirt of the day or the wreath? They are both listed. The shirts are listed under t-shirt of the day, and this wreath is listed under wreaths live 8/8/25. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Facebook's doing some wonky things, y'all. I don't know what's going as I'm dropping petals. And we will get all these petals laid perfectly when we get them all on here. So who's made a dragon? Has anybody made the dragon? This is the t-shirt of the day, and it is on my website, monkeyscreations.com. Now, if you want more of the red to show, then put your white pieces first, so your red lays on top of your white. But the other one was on the candy canes. See, I want to try that. I'm gonna figure that out on the candy cane on a wire frame. We're gonna figure that one out soon. Good morning, good morning. Oh, and Taylor's loading the new sign drop that we were supposed to do yesterday. It's probably loaded, but I need to add pictures. So there's no pictures yet. What does my t-shirt say? It says, whatever life throws at you, duck and let it hit somebody else. And I think there's 4 of these on my website. You did not, Kim. You did fine. Hey, you did, Gay. You late. You have storms moving in. Monk's first day of school is today. He was so nervous, he woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. Did y'all's kiddos go back to school? Are you using a staple gun? I am not. I am using a zip tie cutter. You're talking about what I'm cutting the zip ties with. It's a zip tie cutter, so it tightens and cuts your zip ties all at once, just like that. I know, me too, Carol. That's my kind of humor. Good morning, good morning. Kids go back out and see, that's what I'm used to, like more around Labor Day. But here, they already back in school. It's going to be weird, though, because he's not going to be here even before or after school. Thanks, Virginia. Will you be showing how to fold each mesh? Yes, I will. Yep, as soon when we get to about 3/4 of the way, I'm going to show it again. I like to show it in the beginning and then towards the end for those that pop in. But these are the dragon petals. And TikTok, I think there's a video on TikTok, and there should be on all the platforms on how to do these, but Tanya will do them again. Your kid started Monday. Did I check Amazon? Was I supposed to check Amazon for something? Look, I'm always on Amazon. So these oval boards, you have 20 sets of holes. So for this one, we're doing 20 red and 40 of the white is what you're going to need. Because we're doing 2 white per row and 1 red. Yours started last week. Well, they like really, really early. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. So y'all be thinking, do we want to put the elf legs? Or do we want to put the green monster legs? And I'll show them again here. Let me get this one in. And y'all let me know which one. It didn't ask what legs. Cindy, did you just purchase this wreath? If you did, you can tell me which one you want. And I will get it on here. So here are the elf legs. The little bells. And then here are the green monster legs. I have both of them available. No, did I just put, oh, I put 2 available on my website. So just put it in the comments. Thank you, Susan. Both. I'll show what it looks like with both for sure. Yes, I want the elf, please. Got you. We will put the, I'll show the green monster, but then we'll attach the elf. So one of these is already sold. And then I have 2 of the green monster legs, if anybody wants that. Thanks. Good morning. Once we get all these straightened out, it'll look a little bit better. Let me scoot my laptop back. Good morning, Sandy. When did they start back in school in Canada, Sandy? Soon? Good morning. She wasn't on last night? Yeah, I'm not sure if she's going live anymore. I know we had talked about that, but I don't know that she had committed yet to that. September 2nd. Wow. When do they get out then, if they start that late? Well, I guess that's not late. I guess not. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. And you can see I'm putting that zip tie right over that band. So whether we all know those bands can start cracking and fall off, but if you put your zip tie over it, it won't fall off all over your wreath. June 30th. Huh. All right, let me put a couple more in, and then I will show that petal again. Using the same petals. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll put this one in and then I will make the petals again. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. All right, let's put this aside. So this is what we have so far. It's still wonky all over the place, but we will get that fixed. So here we go. Squared piece of mesh. We're going to make the white piece first. So it is squared, curved side up, diamond shape. You're going to bring that top to the bottom, and I just kind of flatten this top. And then I'm going to take my right hand, hold that right side down. We're going to bring left tip to right tip. Just fold it completely in half. So we have a smaller triangle. Now we're going to turn it sideways so that long piece is on my right hand side. And we're going to bring bottom to the top, making an even smaller triangle. So I'm going to hold this end and I'm going to go right in the middle and we're going to pull out and back because that's what it looks like right now. So out and back, and you can see I'm kind of working my way up to the tip, kind of flattening it out and kind of giving it a little point as best we can. So that's what we have. Grab a band. I'm going to line this up at a line on my mat, and we're going 1-2 inches up for our tail. Just grab it and band it. Just like that. So there's our outside and inside piece. Now we're going to do the middle piece. So squared piece of mesh, curl side up, diamond shape, top to the bottom, flatten out that top. We're going to bring that right tip about an inch past this tip. About an inch past, and I'm going to go right up here and I'm smashing that tip because we want it as pointy as we can get it. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to kind of crisscross this way about an inch past. Flattening that tip. So we just kind of crisscrossed just like that. And then right here where they come together, I'm just going to pinch. And we're going to band it. And then I'm going to hold that end we just banded. And I'm going to just gently kind of pull and elongate that petal as much as we can. Okay. So there you go. Thanks, Angie. I will let Tay know. All right, we're just going to keep going. So we needed, for this one, I did 20 red and 40 white. Rosanna, did you cut the mesh 10 by 10? No, I cut it squared. So one of them was 10 1/4 and one of them was 10 1/2. So I cut it at 10 1/4 or 10 1/2 to square it. My preferred mesh for my dragon wreaths are the horizontal wide stripe mesh. You can get those at the Ribbon Shed. You can get them at Wreaths of Joy. You can get them at Craft Outlet. So many places you can get the horizontal wide stripe mesh. TikTok wants to know where you're from. I live in Middle Tennessee, but I've been everywhere from Indiana, Ohio to Texas. So I'm kind of a mishmash. I'm a mutt. My accent's a mutt. It's squared, so whatever width equals a length. Abs, there you go, Beck. Thanks. Oh, just flung that piece of mesh, didn't I? When I've had a couple drinks, my southern twang comes out more. Okay, these are sticking up just a little bit, but that's because those zip ties are up under that. So it'll lay here a little bit better once I get those zip ties down. Do you remember how much the dragon heads are? The ones I am using, I think they're linked in my Amazon shop. They were, I think, 3 for $25, but it's just the head. I have whole bodies in my storefront as well. But y'all, when I buy bulk, so I don't remember. These I've had since last year. Your main accent comes out when you're mad, right? Is Tay planning a wedding carol? That's funny. We were just talking about that yesterday. Because Tay really would just go to the courthouse, get married, and then have an amazing party afterwards. But I think Alex may want a full-blown wedding. So it's being discussed. Yeah, I'll find the link for the heads back. But I'm almost positive it's in my Amazon store. But I want to say it was 3 for $20.25. Taylor doesn't really like being the center of attention, so she doesn't want to be up at the front with everybody staring at her. So all right, last set going in. So I'm working right up under this one. Taylor is my only daughter. Yes, ma'am. I have a daughter and a son. Johnny's 30. Taylor's 29. My only two. And I had them back to back on purpose. All right, so that's what we have. Now we need to make it look pretty. So what I do is we're going to rotate kind of all of these in. kind of separate the whites. My goal is always to line up the red all the way around so it's one continuous line. Now it's hard to do that when it's laying on my table. So it probably will not look straight until I get it hung up. Because it's hard from this angle to kind of line them up. Especially around this curve. Just kind of parting the ways. I actually did pretty good with it laying down. Your boys are in their 50s. Yes, I only have one grandson. That's Jackson. I call him Monkey or Monk. And he's actually Taylor's son. All right. So this one is sold, and she wanted the elf legs. So these came from Amazon last year. Y'all, I looked and I cannot find them anywhere on Amazon, but these are actually hats. So I'm not going to put it on my head, but it actually is supposed to be on your head. I don't use it that way, obviously. So what I do is, that looks like it's the back. So here's what I do. I take, because you don't want it sticking out. You want it all tucked in like he's eaten, right? So I'm going to take some zip ties. I'm going to put 3. We may only need 2, but here's what I do. So I put zip ties together to make it bigger, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to step all that in as much as possible. And then I'm just going to gather that end so that it's smaller and fits behind that dragon face. Okay. Don't do that. Make sure it's in there. We may have only needed 3, but so I'm just tightening these up. And the heck did I just do? It broke. Ay, ay, ay. They are big, but they look so stinking cute. All right, let's try this again. Just try it with 2, because I don't really think we needed the 3. Look, he's being eaten, but I got to make sure his points are still okay. Okay, I'm not going to pull it too hard. Cut. All right, so see how making that smaller, it fits behind that mask, and now it looks like he's taken a chunk. Can you cut that? You probably could, but I'm not. But yeah, you probably could and take a little bit of that stuff out to make it skinnier, but it works. All right, we'll find the top. So I'm just seeing where I need to add. Okay, so if it sits there, where am I at? Okay, so what I'm thinking is we'll be able to go to the inside. So let me turn it over and show you. So I'm going to go from this hole to the outside of my board. Okay. I'm just trying to see which way is laying better to make it the front. So then we're just going to take my awl and put a hole right through the top. Now you can use a zip tie, you can use a pipe cleaner, whatever you want. Whatever works for you. I'm not going to zip it tight yet. I want to get this other side attached. I know, right, Carol? Moms love it. Kids, not so much. So here's middle. I'm going one on each side of middle. Don't worry, I'm going to get all that through the hole. Nope, don't worry. Trust the process. Trust the process. All right, now I'm going to pull tight on both sides that have the longer, skinnier legs. There you go. Okay, so I'm just getting those as tight as I can get them. Just like that. Now I'll straighten him, make sure he's straight. These crack me up every time I make one. Okay, now for the mask, I'm just using a zip tie. And I'm trying to see where these are going to hit. So I think we're going to use that same row. Now here's where, this is what I do. Because, let me see if I can find my needle. I think I put it up here. Yep. So when you go to do these, sometimes for me, it works easier taking the pipe cleaner right through the mesh because then it still leaves your mesh in place. So the way these petals lay, it's easier on one side to use a big needle to put your pipe cleaners directly through the mesh versus moving your petals around to try to get around them. Does that make sense? When you don't feed your pet dragon. Yeah, I saw the Santa legs, but I could not find the elf legs. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the pipe cleaner, wrap it around my needle, and on this side, we're going to go through. So you want to make sure your petals are where you want them. And I just stick my finger under, so don't push hard when you're doing this. Look, I was just trying to get rid of that elf on the shelf, man. What better way than a dragon eating it? Just trying to, you're not hurting the mesh when you do that. It goes right through it. But I can't find. Where's my daggone hoe? Okay, there it is. When it hits my finger, I'll know I found it, right? Oh, goodness. Why can't I find it? Usually, y'all, I don't have problems going through the mesh like this. There we go. Found one. Okay, and then it just pulls right through. And then we're going to do the other side. Found that one easy. Okay. Just twist it a couple times to keep it in place. Thanks, y'all. There you go, Catherine. Add some leaves to it. All right, so I think we're going one on each side of the center. I'll turn it over and show you. Don't worry. No worries. Let's see if I can find this one easier. Hopefully. Oh, first try. Look at there. Do they, Donna? Ow! Found it. Found it. Okay. So now I'm just going to pull them both sides tight. me turn it over for you. So right here's middle. So the same ones I did the legs on, middle, one over, and that's the same place I put the mask. You could, Gay. Thanks. Now we may have to loosen that one side. See if I can get it straightened up there. How cool is that? Now I'll straighten everything out once I get it hung up. So Elf on the Shelf is done for the year, y'all. Done for the season. And then if you wanted to put the green monster legs I got from the Ribbon Shed. So if anybody wants to purchase this one, you can let me know. So it would kind of look like that with the green legs coming out of it. But I'll get all these petals straightened up when I get it hung up and make it look even cooler. Crafting is rough, right? Especially when you put your fingers right in the way. So there you go. There's your Christmas dragon. Look at them eyes. The naughty or nice butts? Yes. That would be cool as well. Thanks, Carol. So here's the back. So we used 20 red for that middle petal and then 40 white for the outside and inside petals. So definitely more than one roll of mesh, but you know, sometimes you just gotta. But I am going to play. I do have some candy cane wireframes from Dollar Tree. So I'll play with those within the next couple weeks. We'll make another dragon with that and see how that works. We'll just wing it. Will all the pictures of the signs be on your website soon? Yes. As soon as I get downstairs, download the pictures, then I'll get them uploaded. Okay, so you can put that Elf on the Shelf up one day and then have the dragon eating it the next, and you're done. You no longer have to move that elf. All right, any questions? Any questions? All right, I am out of here. Y'all have an amazing weekend. He is 110, and that includes shipping. So I believe one sold. There's still, I do have enough to do 2 legs, to do 2 more wreaths. If anybody wants it, I can add another one to the website. But just make sure in the comments, you put green monster. I know I have another elf. I'd have to find it. But I definitely have the 2 green monster legs. And those, if you want to make them yourself, those came from the Ribbon Shed, if you want to do that. Okay. So y'all have an amazing weekend, and I will see y'all Monday. All right. Bye, y'all.